Hey guys, welcome back to the Omaha Places podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Cahner and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And my name is Delaney. I'm the regional marketing specialist of Des Moines Places and Omaha Places.
Yay, you got it right this time. And we have a guest with us today in the studio. This is Allie from the Cold Hearted Collective. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me. I was so excited when you reached
It's
out.
always kind of a special thing when we get to have a guest on the podcast because usually it's when either Delaney and I are out of town. You're one of the first guests besides like the College World Series people who we've both gotten to have in. Yay, so this is kind of fun for us.
Yay.
Okay, so if you guys don't know, Allie designs intentional products that aim to make you feel good and do good. Shirts, socks, totes, other accessories. Can you kind of tell us, like, give us your sales pitch on the Cold Hearted Collective? What do you do?
Yeah, I'll kind of start with the background of how everything started.
Okay.
I was in college and needed a way to pay for school, as everybody does. And some of my sorority sisters were like, I was doing like a little lettering Instagram where I was doing quotes, kind of more edgy, inspirational things, just to kind of like cope with the chaos of school and life in your young 20s and everything. And I had some friends that were like, you need to print these on stickers. Like, I want these on my laptops, water bottles, and everything like that. So that's kind of how it started. And then I started doing markets in college, and it just expanded from like stickers to prints to apparel, accessories, and here we are now.
That's so cool. That's amazing. Where did you go to school?
Nebraska, Lincoln.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's where I went too.
Yeah.
Very
And
cool.
where are you from?
I'm from Omaha. Yep.
Omaha,
So
okay.
born and raised. And then my husband and I moved to Arizona like 4 years ago, and we just got back this summer. So
Amazing.
yeah, we're happy to be back again.
Is your husband from Omaha as well?
He is, yeah. He's
Okay.
moved, all over the place when he was growing up. Did a little stint in Hawaii and then back here. And so,
Wow.
yeah, we tried something new that was like, a little bit of a middle ground. And we loved it for a while. But there's just no place like Omaha. I'm like, we would come
Yeah.
back for 3 or 4 months every year. And every time I did, I was like, man, I just miss it. So it's always been home.
Yeah, I'm also a boomerang. I grew up in Omaha, moved away for like 4 years, and
Yeah.
then came back, and it really does make you appreciate Omaha so much more, I
It
think, when
does.
you've like moved away and then come
Yeah.
back.
Well, and like last fall, it was still like 115 in October, and all my friends are like in their boots at Vallis, and I'm like, this is so sad. So I'm happy to have my seasons back
Yay.
for sure.
Yeah, well, we are glad to have you back. One thing that I just learned about Cold Hearted Collective that I didn't know, you guys are in 75 locations
Yes.
around the U.S. and Canada. That
Yeah.
is so cool. That's amazing that you've like grown it to be so big just from like kind of like a college side project.
For sure. I mean, I didn't even know that like wholesale was a thing, to be honest, when I was like making stuff. And Made in Omaha is the first. I like to like always shout them out because I was like 20 years old and they messaged me and they were like, hey, do you want to sell your products in my stores? I'm like, what do you mean? I can like sell my products in other people's stores. So I was just really naive. I mean, I didn't even, not that I didn't consider myself like a business owner at 20, but I just thought it was like a little hobby. And so they really gave me a really good start, which is awesome. So, I mean, even now they carry so many products and they do such a good job too. So I was like, they really showed me like the introduction into that world of wholesale. So now, yeah, just a lot of growth, which is really exciting.
Awesome.
How
Okay.
did you actually expand your business to those other states? Did you reach out to them? Did you meet them at local markets? How
Yeah,
did you do
so
that?
the local ones definitely started at markets. And then I talked to my friend Alicia at Wax Buffalo, and she kind of introduced me to the world of Fair Wholesale, which is like an online platform where if you're a business owner that creates products, you can upload all your products into like an online catalog, just with like the tag words, SEO, you can basically have stores from anywhere purchase your stuff. So I've gotten, probably 70 out of the 5 all from there, which is exciting.
Wow. That's so cool. So
Yeah.
people are literally just searching for like a product that they kind of have in their head that they think their audience would be interested in. They're searching
Yeah.
for it. You're coming up, and
Yep.
then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
And
like
she also has all these other things
For sure, yeah. Like I have like a lot of coffee related products or stickers. So there might be, coffee shop that's looking for like a cute graphic coffee sticker to sell in their store. So they'll see my example come up and then purchase it.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
So you've produced tons of products about like inspirational messaging and that sort of thing. How did you end up naming your business the Cold Hearted Co., which is kind of like irony in itself?
Yeah, I love this question. So I came up with the name when I was 19 in college, which is crazy that it's been almost 10 years. And I was working on a typography project for school, and it was about creating our own brand. So one of my dreams has always been to own like a coffee shop. And so I have no idea if that's in my future cards or not, but but I came up with the name Cold Hearted Coffee. So that kind of is how the brand started. So I created this, whole brand for it. It was a very edgy brand. It was all iced coffee focused. So it was very like, it just brought a lot of like cold energy, but like also really playful energy. So from that, I came up with the idea of like, well, I love the feeling of creating something that's meant to make you feel good, but also embraces like all the curveballs, all the edginess that life throws at you. And like, what are the ways that when life throws you something crappy, you can like deal with it? And it's through humor, but it's also making sure you're not losing the goodness in the world and being a good person. So I kind of came up with the Cold Hearted Collective as a way to, embrace the edginess of life, but also just like the positivity and not losing that beauty that you see every day, and created a really cool community around it at the same time. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, and you guys do not have your own brick and mortar store. Is that ever going to be in your future?
I hope so. And
Okay.
I honestly think that maybe that's where I bring in the coffee shop side too. Maybe it's like a little mini storefront with like a little place to gather for community and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I've definitely been thinking about it. And moving back here is where like the warehouse side started. So I'm little stepping stones where I
Okay.
kind of am going up, but I think it
Yeah.
would be really cool in the future.
I do love a coffee shop that's not like only a coffee shop. Like there is one that recently opened in Blackstone called The Wandering Page. It's a bookstore and a coffee shop. Or Bad Seed, sadly, is about to close in a couple weeks. But they were next to like Noticed and Felius Cat Cafe, and it's just kind of fun when it's like a coffee shop plus something else. So I feel like, yeah, that'd be really
It
cool.
would be really cool. Yeah. So we'll see. I hope so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in the meantime, you do a lot of like pop-ups, markets, stuff like that. Can you kind of talk about that? Like places that people might be able to find you like throughout the rest of the year, places that you like, or events that you hope to be popped up at, that kind of thing?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be at the Little Bow Bash, which is going to be really exciting. And then Love the Locals, which is going to be out in Nebraska City, the Arbor Day Farm 2-day event, which is always really fun. So very fall themed. Come get some apples and enjoy a lot of local vendors. And then a ton during the holidays. So there's the Omaha Holiday Market. There's Love the Locals in Lincoln, which is going to be fun. Omaha Flea and Midwest Fest. So there's going to be a lot in closer to like November to December.
Cool. Yeah, and all of those that Allie just mentioned, minus the one in Lincoln, we do have like events listed on our event calendar for those. So you guys can go find all the information on those.
And then you're always at Made in Omaha.
Yes, always at
Yeah.
Made in Omaha.
Locations.
Yes, and then I did just open up a local pickup too. So instead of shipping, if you're ever in like the downtown area, you can select that when you order through my website and come pick it up and save a little money on shipping that way.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any like personal favorite products?
Oh gosh, I do. I feel like since I've been able to get into like the sock world, I have so much fun with the socks, and they're so comfortable. So I've been loving those. Otherwise, my Tell Your People You Love Them design is one I've had for like 4 years, and I love it so much. And I keep kind of expanding it every year. Last year I did the crew necks with those cute little sleeve like stripe details, which is really fun. But otherwise, I love like the holiday seasonal stuff too. So I have a lot of really cute stuff coming out in the next like month or two for that. And then I just finished up my fall collection, which will be out in like 2 weeks, and it's got a little Gilmore Girls theme to it. If anyone likes Gilmore Girls, so
I grew
yeah.
up watching Gilmore Girls, and
Yeah.
I can't even tell you how many times I've seen that
no,
show.
every year I rewatch it like clockwork. I'm like at this point double digits. It's not healthy.
I just started it for the first time like 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh, Delaney.
You're late to the party, but welcome.
I'm gonna ask you about this every single week now.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Well, fun. Okay, well, one of the really fun things about having a guest on the podcast is that we still go through all of our like normal podcast format, but we get a third voice in here now, which is kind of fun to just have like, I don't know, somebody else tell us where they've been, some of their favorite spots and stuff. Do you have any places that you've been this week that you think our audience would like, or tell us what you're doing since moving back to Omaha?
For sure. I grew up like closer to the Exarban area, so never went like west of 90th Street. And so my husband and I just bought our house. We're further out west, which we didn't necessarily think we would end up there. But we love it. We're closer to like 150th, where the new Heartwood Preserve is going to go up.
Yeah.
And so we're really excited for that. And this last weekend we went to 30 Hop, which is a brewery out there. Their food was delicious. So I wanted to shout them out because it was really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Have you been to any of the events in Heartwood Preserve yet?
Not yet, but there's one, it'll be tomorrow, but it's like the Brouhaha.
Brouhaha,
Yeah. So
yeah.
I think we're gonna check that out, which will be really
Okay.
cool. And I'm like, we
We're
can
gonna
just
be
walk.
there.
Oh, you
We'll
will.
both be
Okay, nice. Yeah, I was like, we can just. There's a little trail that connects our neighborhood to that. So I'm like,
amazing.
I love the walkability. So.
Yeah, there's
that's
like
great.
a lot of, I think it's like 7 or 8 miles worth of trail just in that like little block.
Yeah.
Yeah, we actually run the Heartwood Preserve social media.
Oh,
so
nice.
we're
Okay,
very
cool.
in the know about events going on
Yeah.
out there.
That's awesome.
Okay, where have you been this week?
I actually went to Flora Cafe, which is brand new to Omaha. It's right across from the riverfront. It was totally like
yeah.
impromptu. I was trying to go to Trini's Mexican. This is the second time they've been closed when I tried to go. So I was like, ooh, idea. We'll just go to Flora Cafe instead. And it was so cute in there. They have all these florals all over the ceiling. They have their cute little mural up. The food was delicious. I had the birria tacos. They were so good. And some margaritas. But I'm going to have to go back for their cafe, their coffees, the dulce de leche, or however you say that. That's my favorite drink at other places, so I'm going to have to try it there too. But I've heard really good things.
Yeah, I guess I only knew this as a brunch place. I didn't.
It was
so I-
open till 9, I
Oh.
guess.
And then you
so.
said I had a margarita, and I was like, margarita?
Yeah,
and
they have
brunch?
coffee
But
and margaritas. You can't
Okay.
go wrong there, honestly.
Cool.
But it was so good.
Very
I'm
fun.
glad I went. Where have you been?
Okay, well, most of the weekend, because we just got done with Labor Day weekend. So I was in Des Moines to film. So shout out Des Moines Places. Delaney's been killing it with that. This was the first time I've been out there since we started our Des Moines Places account. But yeah, reminder, if you guys have friends who live in Des Moines, or if you're going to Des Moines, go look at Des Moines Places. So I was there most of the time, but I did go to a wedding at the Durham Museum, which was so beautiful. It had been a long time since I had been to the Durham in general, but the wedding was like literally in like the main lobby of the Durham, and then during cocktail hour, that was like down in the basement, and they had the animation exhibit open, which I looked it up, and that actually was like the very last day of the animation exhibit, so it's no longer on anymore. But if you guys are going to the Durham, the next exhibits are about either the first 50 years of the Durham, so it's like from when the last train left the station. Like it kind of just like sat there for a while before they like turned it into a museum, so it's kind of about that like 50-year gap. And then there's an aviation exhibit as well, so those are the two like winter exhibits there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's literally the only places I went this week.
I love the Durham.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It was cool. I actually don't know if I think I've been there once because I did recognize like the giant train that they had in there, but it had been a long time. I think I was probably like 10 years old last time I went there.
I love how kid friendly it is, and I also love their little soda fountain that they have there.
Yes. Okay. They had like the ice cream bar was open for wedding guests, which was so cool.
Cute.
So instead of a cake, they just had like custom sundaes and stuff for
That's
the
so
wedding
cool.
guests to get. So that was really good too.
That's
So,
adorable.
Yeah, good place to have a wedding.
I also stopped by Moleholes, and they were setting up their fall stuff. So that's going to be super exciting to go visit. And I love Moleholes because it's dog friendly. So I took my dog there to kind of wander around.
Yeah.
And it was a really good time. They're setting up their fall hay maze. They're
Oh,
just
fun.
making it out of hay bales, and they have tons of photo ops. I know someone asked about photo ops, so this would be a good one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I always love going to Moleholes around the holidays.
Yeah, very cool. You had one more too. Or
Well, do you have any
yet?
more?
Yeah. So speaking of living out west, I also have been loving going to the new Stories location on 156. I don't know if you guys have ever mentioned that, but it is like so beautiful in there. They did such a good job of designing the space, both for like conversation and if you just need a productive place to go work for the day. So we've been going there a ton, just like to get some work done to get out of the house, or when we don't want to go all the way downtown to work. So that's been really fun too.
Stories always like just creates the best environments to both meet with friends and like catch up and to get work done, which I feel like is a hard balance because that's like two different things that you're doing. I don't know how they do that, but I go to their 114th and Dodge location quite a bit, and I'm like, it's like so loud in here and everyone's like talking, but yet I'm so productive here.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, they've become a new favorite of mine for sure.
Yeah.
It's dangerous because the food's so good. So
I
you end up
know.
spending so much
Yes.
money there.
Oh my gosh, that breakfast
Yeah.
burrito.
That's something that we've talked about on the podcast a lot is like if a coffee shop actually has good food, that it, like completely changes the game in my like at least from my perspective. Like I will always choose a coffee shop that has food over one that has like just coffee because I can't stay as long.
Agreed.
Too.
And they also have like espresso martinis at that location. I have never tried, but I need to go back later in the day if I ever like want to meet up with a friend or something. Yeah, they have espresso martinis, wine. I think after a certain time they like kind of switch to a little cocktail vibe, and I'm like all about that.
Wow.
Oh, that'd be
love
cute. Happy
that.
hour.
So it would be, yeah.
Would. Yeah, you've been to that location, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have
And
not
it's
yet.
super pretty in there.
Yeah. Cool. I post a question box on our Instagram story every Wednesday morning. So if you guys want to ask us a question that you want us to answer on the podcast, you can go submit it there or just send us a DM because we do read all of our DMs. We just don't always respond. Okay, so the first question that I pulled was indoor playgrounds for toddlers. And there are a couple. So Playful Pines is near Chalco. That is literally just like a big indoor playground.
And it's probably my favorite.
Really? Yeah, you've been to all of these.
Yes,
have
Playful
not.
Pines. It's actually not super huge. Like I would say the one next to that Gym Vasa
Yeah.
is a lot bigger.
Yeah.
But this one is way more intimate. There's less kids, which helps you keep an eye on them a little bit better. And then the parents can like get involved in the play, or they can like sit off to the side. There's like books to read. It's kind of like a little bit of a jungle gym. It's really fun, and it's more for like super little kids.
Yeah.
So super friendly for that.
What is the one next to Vasa called? Because we have not been there yet, and I meant to write it, but then I forgot about it because we haven't actually been there. But okay, I don't remember what it's called, but it's on 144th and Center on that corner, like across from Oakview Mall.
Yes.
So
We have yet to go there, but we will explore it at some point.
So there is a big one there as well. Mahoney State Park has a really big indoor playground. I haven't been there in years and years, but from when I was little, I remember it being huge. It probably isn't as big as I actually remember it, but I'm pretty sure.
I also remember
pretty
that
big.
being massive.
Yeah, okay. Omaha Children's Museum downtown. Obviously, it's kind of a museum too. I don't know if they have like an actual like jungle gym playground, but it's good for toddlers and it's indoors. I kind of strayed away from the original question a little bit. Doodle Art Studio in Central Omaha. That's perfect for toddlers to literally just go
make a mess
as toddlers should. And then the last one I wrote down was We Rock the Spectrum, which is located in Papillion. This is actually a little more geared towards like children with sensory. What's the phrase? Sensitivities, something like that. I don't remember what the exact phrasing is that I'm looking for, but anybody, like any child is welcome to go. But if your child does have like special sensory needs or something, that is like kind of what they gear all of their playground stuff to. So that's all I got.
Yeah, that's a good list.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. Someone asked best photo ops, and feel free to jump in because I feel like you've been around downtown, especially to take some photos. But if you're looking for a Nebraska photo op spot, Full House Bar in Benson is really cute for that. They have a mural on the side of the building, and so if you're a Nebraska fan and you're trying to take a picture for Instagram, that would be the spot I would go to. Four Sisters Boutique uses it all the time.
I don't even know this bar, Full House Bar.
I don't know. Yeah. I've only been in there a few times during like their karaoke, and it's fun, but it's definitely like an edgier vibe. Like it's not like a True American or something like that.
Okay.
It's more of a dive.
Okay.
So a lot of people just use it on the side of the building because it's very Nebraska themed.
Got it. Okay.
Another spot, well, I guess there's tons of murals in Benson, so even if you're looking for art of any kind, you can walk down the alley behind Hardy Coffee and that whole strip, and you'll find something. Another spot I had was the Joslyn Art Museum, which is free, in case you guys didn't know. And then the Old Market, anywhere in the Old Market. I feel like people take pictures there all the time. And the riverfront, obviously. I had, for fall picks, Vala's, Nelson Produce, Bellevue Berry Farm, and then Mulhol's. Junk stock, yes.
That's like the biggest one.
Thank you. And then if you're just taking pics for fun, Hollywood Candy, Ted and Wally's, Homer's, and then Workshop. All right there
Workshop,
downtown
yeah.
are probably my favorite fun spots.
Yeah, Workshop has one of the coolest like
In like
mural
entrances.
tunnels. Have you ever been there?
Uh-uh.
It's literally like a tunnel, but like the entire thing is a mural.
Oh, that
like,
and that's in the
painted.
old market.
Yeah.
Yes,
I need
it's
to check
kind of
that out.
tucked away. So if you're like by Hollywood Candy and you go across the street directly into that alley, it's down that
Oh,
strip,
okay.
kind of by Ica.
Ica.
Thank you.
Ika-san?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ica,
Okay.
yeah.
However. Okay, cool.
Do you do all of your own photography for Cold Hearted?
I do a lot of it. And then one of the places I was actually going to mention is Luli Creative Studio.
Oh, yes.
Too. Yeah. So I work with Ariel a bunch. And so she just did another brand shoot for me. I've been working with her for a couple years now. And she does open work days at her space down there. So, but yeah, you can also rent out her space too for photos or just go to an open work day and bring your
Yeah.
phone and take some Instagram pictures and stuff. So that one's really good, especially if the weather's not ideal outside. And then I also went to a revival. Have you ever mentioned that place in
the
Blackstone?
bar, yes.
Yeah. So summer's almost over, but it's very summery in there. I walked in and I was like to the waiter, does anyone ever tell you this feels like Love Island? She's like, 5 times a day. I was like, thought it was like so original. But it feels like you're literally in the villa, which is really cool. It's super tropical and cute in there for photos.
They should totally have Love Island watch parties.
They
I wonder
should.
if that's in their plans for next year.
That would be awesome.
That would be really fun.
Everybody needs to have a reality TV watch party. It
Agreed.
would boost everywhere.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Okay. Wait, we give you questions to? I don't even know.
She sent me a couple.
Oh, okay. I don't. Are those on here?
Babe,
Which-
there are questions.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Okay, somebody asked for Oktoberfests around Omaha. I came up with a bunch, but obviously there's probably way more than even the ones that I listed. So we will try and put these on our event calendar as we find them. Lucky Bucket Oktoberfest in La Vista is happening September 12th. Drafttoberfest at Cross Train in La Vista is also on September 12th. I don't know what. Oh, because it's like a beer draft. Drafttober?
Drafttoberfest.
Why is it called Drafttober? Do we know?
I think that's just fun wording.
Okay. Oktoberfest at the German American Society is September 19th and 20th. I feel like that's going to be like the most legit one. Because like it's the
Usually
German
is, and
American
it has the
Society.
best food.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I've heard. I haven't actually been to that
Okay.
one. But
Croctoberfest is like the late nights at the zoo Oktoberfest edition. That is September 25th. So yeah, late nights at the zoo is still going on, guys. I feel like we haven't mentioned that in a while.
well, they took a break, so I think it'll start picking back up when they start Croctober.
Okay. Yeah. And then there will be, or we assume that there will be a holiday late nights edition as well, but that will come later. And then Oktoberfest just at the La Vista City Center is on September 27th. And then Barktoberfest at the Omaha Dog Bar in Little Bohemia is on September 28th. So tons of options all month long for you guys to go drink some beer and do whatever you do. at
Dress up
Oktoberfest.
too.
Eat some
Like,
pretzels. Yeah,
I
sure,
have the
dress up.
full get up
Do
because
you-
I had to work Oktoberfest at Blue Sky last year. So now when I go to the one in Blackstone, I'm gonna have to wear my whole outfit again.
Oh,
get
yeah.
the use out of it.
I didn't write down the Crescent Moon one. I don't
yes,
know.
the
what
Crescent
that
Moon one
but-
is the party one.
Yeah, that is.
But still has fun music, fun dancing, good food.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
yeah, fun.
Yeah. Okay, and then we got a fun fall Rex for out of town friends, specifically in October. So do you want to shout out some, or if you have any?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Valis is a no-brainer
Yeah.
for sure. And then I don't know what days they still do it, but the Luminarium, they do an adults-only night too, which is always really
yeah.
cool. So we've done that with some friends that come into town. So if it's a little chilly and you want something inside, that would be really fun. They do like a little bar setup, so you can like avoid all the crazy kids and just
Yeah.
go and enjoy it for yourself and get a glass of wine and just walk around. So we've done that, and that's really fun too.
I think they do that every Thursday.
Okay,
It's
cool.
not even
yeah.
like on. I mean, they might skip like a few here and there, but I'm pretty sure it's every Thursday, right?
For the most part, I
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, that is a really good one. And sometimes they'll do like themed ones. So I wonder if they're gonna have any like
Oh, Halloweenish.
yeah,
that could be
Halloween,
cool.
holiday
Yeah, sometimes
ones.
they bring in those entertainers. Like the zoo brought the fire and ice
Yeah.
people last year, and the Luminarium has had them too. But honestly, I feel like the adults only night at the Luminarium is the perfect first date spot. You get to
Agreed.
learn so much about somebody.
Yeah.
I
would.
like
That's a
that.
great spot.
And you
for
can
it.
go
Yeah.
upstairs and they'll ask you questions about like finances, and you can get a read on people that way, or like
Done
problem
that
solving.
exact thing. I have gone on a date at the Luminarium. Exactly that.
But it's good. You learn a lot about someone
funny.
at a science museum.
Yeah.
So
Vet 'em.
That is really funny.
I listed a bunch of events that are going on in October specifically that would be fun. Oktoberfest at the zoo, like we mentioned. And then Falconwood Park is doing a bunch of drive-in movies from October 2nd through the 31st. It's called Falconwood Fright Nights or something like that, but they're not all scary movies. Junk Stock is happening the first 2 weekends of October. They'll have food, music, over 200 makers and vendors, and then it's dog friendly. Love that. Or actually, all pets.
Yeah,
All
you
pet friendly.
bring your chicken, bring your cat. Like I've seen everything.
Bring your
at Junk
pig.
Stock.
Oh my God.
I've seen
Yeah,
the pig in the wagon.
yeah.
I actually didn't see the pig in the wagon last year. I wonder where the pig went. Did he get eaten?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe the pig wasn't there. There's been a turkey on a leash.
Oh, that's unique.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Junk Stock welcomes it all. So, Cinema Saturdays at Nelson Produce. It's a family-friendly outdoor movie, and you get to enjoy the farm that day as well. And then I just looked these up yesterday, but Ollie the Trolley is doing a haunted cemetery tour and also a Halloween light tour through the Halloween lit neighborhoods. I'm assuming like, what is it? Elmwood Heights or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. But those are the Haunted Cemetery tour is happening Sundays from September 14th to November 16th. And then the Halloween light tour is October 11th, 18th, and the 25th. And then they'll also have Zootacular. And then we have a list of fall events all on our website that you can check out for even more.
Yep. And holiday events, that blog post is already up on our website. It's also linked at the top of our fall bucket list post. And I spent my entire day yesterday finding Christmas events in September.
I'm like doing Christmas in June, so it's okay.
I know. I was telling our producer actually right before we started the podcast that it's weird when you're having to, like, you're in a business where you have to work so far ahead. Because then I'm like, oh, it's like Christmas. Yay. I'm like, no, it's September.
Yeah.
Like, we're just getting into
I know.
fall.
And on Christmas, I'm finishing up all my summer stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't live with the seasons.
Yeah. Okay. Was that all of our questions?
Yep.
Yes.
And then we also have them on all of our socials too.
Yes.
So always be looking out for those.
Yep. All right, we will move on to events. So this is going to be events happening the weekend of September 11th to the 14th. We also post our What's Happening in Omaha this weekend video on all of our social channels. We have a newsletter you can subscribe to, and we have our event calendar on our website, which we've talked about a little bit. So the first event that I pulled was the Little Bow Backyard Bash, which Allie will be at.
Yes.
Do you know like where you're going to be?
So the setup is behind Fontenelle Supply Co.
Okay.
So I believe there's a patio over there and it'll kind of wrap around. So I think there's, I don't want to say the wrong number, but like maybe 20 to 30 vendors that are going to be there, just based on looking at the map. So it should be
Okay.
pretty cool.
Cool, yeah. So if you guys want to go shop some Cold Hearted Collective stuff,
Yes.
go down to Little Bohemia. This is happening Saturday, September 13th from 2 to 8 p.m. There's going to be food trucks, live music. I think they have like an entire stage in their backyard. I've never actually been there, but I've seen photos. They'll have cocktails. It's kid-friendly, dog-friendly, and tons of vendors for you to shop, all local small businesses.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect event that we love here at Omaha Places.
Also, the Rocky Horror Picture Show is at Bellevue Little Theater. Have you guys ever been to the Rocky Horror Picture Show? It's such a unique experience.
I would like to go some year.
It's happening this September 12th through the 28th. Anyone under 17 must be accompanied by an adult. It's a little bit more of like a raunchy film, so just be aware of that. This is a cult classic, so prepare to yell, throw things, dance, dress up.
Throw things.
No, you seriously do. They give you stuff to throw at certain parts of the movie. And basically what happens is the movie's playing and then there are actors on stage like lip syncing or doing the lines as the movie's going on.
Okay.
Gosh,
It's
cool.
it's so fun. But the story is based around a young couple whose car breaks down during a storm and they take refuge in this bizarre scientist house. called Frankenfurter, and he's building like a Frankenstein type kind of like perfect man for himself. So it's super cool, definitely unique, but it's also super fun.
Very cool.
And perfect for Halloween times.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna butcher the name of this event, but the Fiestas Patrias?
I have no idea.
Okay. Well, it is happening September 12th to the 14th. Like kind of all around South Omaha, so on 24th Street and then in Plaza de la Raza, which is like a new area that I don't think is fully developed yet, but it's like kind of there. But this is to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, which is pretty cool. Everything is completely free. There is going to be a parade, a mass with mariachi, which I feel like you don't hear those two things in the same sentence very often, a Zumbathon, and even more music and dancers. You can find the entire schedule of events either on their website or our website, which we will put the link in the show notes of the podcast. But that sounds like it's going to be pretty fun, and it's free.
Love that.
Yeah.
Cinema Saturdays, I mentioned before, is happening at Nelson Produce Farm. They're playing Charlotte's Web this week, and it's happening September 13th from 5 to 9, and they are having dates run through October 25th. Tickets include family-friendly fall classics, blankets, signature mocktail bar.
Fun.
I was kind of excited about that one. Pre-show crafts, games, photo ops, fire pits, pizza night, and snacks.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So bring a lawn chair. This is a new part of their fall festival, and admission for that starts at $20. Children 3 and under get in for free.
Fun. Okay, that is all the events this week. If people want to find you online, where would they find you?
Yeah, so you can find me on social. So I'm just the Cold Hearted Co. And online at thecoldheartedco.com.
Fun. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today.
Thank you for having
So
me.
fun to have you.
Yeah, fun to learn a little bit more about Cold Hearted Collective.
Yeah, I was so excited. And I actually will mention this, but in the next couple weeks, I am launching a new part of my business as well, which is going to be really fun. So I do like a ton of freelance stuff, brandings and murals and stuff like that, but never really shared any of that under the brand, the Cold Hearted Collective. So I am opening up a freelance side of my business that's kind of going to be more of like a design mural agency. So that'll be coming in the next couple weeks. So you can find all that information through my Cold Hearted Co. Instagram, but that'll come soon.
Fun. Okay, wait, I don't even know if you remember this, but years ago, you did like a first draft of Omaha Places merch. I was thinking, I was like, I should go find those designs and like, we should get that going again.
We should,
we never did end up like finishing them, and we've never done any sort of merch.
Yeah, we did. I was driving here and I was like, I remember meeting with you through Zoom. But yeah, we should definitely bring that back. That'd be awesome.
All right, you heard it here first on the podcast, guys. Omaha Places collab with Cold Hearted Collective.
Yes, I would love that.
All right, well, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Omaha Places podcast. We'll see you next week.
See ya. Bye.